Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Garret, back again with another vlog. This time I'm going to be doing a movie review on The Count of Monte Cristo. So, let's hop right into it. Let go of everything. Alright guys, I will give an overview summary on The Count of Monte Cristo, followed by my thoughts on how it made use of the different literary approaches. Sorry guys in advance if I keep looking down like that. It's because I like to put all my thoughts onto paper, as it helps me gather up all my information together properly. In 1815, Edmond Dantes, a second mate of a French merchant vessel, and his friend Fernand Mondego, representative of the shipping company, seek medical help at Elba for their ailing captain. Little did they know that Napoleon Bonaparte, having kept his guardians from killing the pair, exchanges his physician's services with Edmond for the delivery of a letter. But what Edmond didn't know is that the exchange was witnessed by Fernand. When they arrived back home in Marseille, the company owner Morel commended Edmond for his bravery, promoting him to captain over first mate Danglars, who experiences jealousy and anger at this, because it was Danglars who had given Edmond his orders not to land at Elba, and Edmond had taken it upon himself to seek medical help for his captain. After that, Edmond stated his intention to marry his girlfriend, Mercedes, whom his best friend Ferdinand secretly lusts after. When Dantes comes back to Marseille, it really showed how the women were portrayed as codependent and oppressed during the era, and how man made up more of the working force than women did, as they were presumably made to do less physically demanding jobs. From a feminist point of view, it is seen that they are oppressed in this era. It also shows this same view in a later part, when Mercedes is wed to Fernand, who is now known as Count Mondego at this part. During this part, it deliberately portrayed that Fernand, or Count Mondego, has lusted after other women, and Mercedes was helpless in this situation, as it was not possible for her to divorce from him, and that Count Mondego held more of a political/economical importance than her because of his wealth and connections. Alright guys, back to the story. Fernand and Danglars inform on Edmond regarding Bonaparte's letter. Villefort, the city's magistrate, has Edmond arrested, but initially prepares to exonerate Edmond until he learns that the letter is addressed to Villefort's father, Monsieur Clarion, a Bonapartist. He burns the letter and orders Edmond imprisoned in Chateau d'If. In a Marxist perspective, it can be seen as though Villefort had the upper hand over Edmond, because he was a powerful and presumably wealthy political figure, while Edmond was only a lowly captain of a ship in a French merchant vessel, coming from a poor/impoverished lifestyle in which he didn't even know how to read until much later. Edmond briefly escapes from the guards escorting him to the Chateau d'If and runs to Fernand for help, only to find out in which Fernand reveals his ulterior motives, his jealousy for Edmond and his betrayal that had gotten Edmond arrested. Edmond tried to fight Fernand out of spite, but it was obvious that Fernand was the better swordsman, and he hands Edmond over to the pursuing guards. Edmond is then confined to the island prison with its sadistic warden, Armand Doliac, which he regularly beats Edmond on a daily basis. Villefort makes an exchangement with Fernand in which he will assassinate Villefort's own father in exchange for persuading Mercedes that Edmond has been executed for high treason and that he should take comfort in Ferdinand, which leads to them being married. Edmond is now stuck in the prison for 6 years, in which he is startled in his cell by an eruption in the ground, revealing another prisoner, Abbé Faria, who has been imprisoned for 11 years after he refused to tell Bonaparte the locations of the treasure of Spada and had dug an escape tunnel. Agreed to dig a new escape tunnel, in which Faria educates Edmund the whole time, in scholarship and swordplay for the next 7 years. Faria ends up dying due to his injuries from a tunnel cave-in, but before expiring he reveals a map to the treasure in which he had lied about. Edmund escapes by switching his body for Faria's body in the corpse disposal bag and is thrown into the sea, dragging Dorliac along with him, in which he drowns him to death. Alright guys, I think this is dragging on for too long, so I'll just cut to the chase. Also, I had to get some earbuds because there's too much background noises going on. Let's continue. With Edmund's newfound knowledge and skills, he follows the map to the treasure of Spada that Faria had given him before he died. Using all of these in combination with his desire for vengeance, he is able to outwit and outplay all of those who had wronged him. Dantes, now called the Count of Monte Cristo, ends up getting back together with Mercedes after finding out that she had loved him the whole time and not Fernand. In the end, Fernand falls for the trap Dantes had laid, and the two end up fighting it out when Albert, the presumed son of Fernand, sticks up for Fernand as he had assumed that was his true father. Mercedes, the mother of Albert, reveals that Edmund was the real biological father, and thus why she had married off to Fernand so quickly. Fernand decided that he should fight Edmund after realizing that he had lost everything. Both men give each other equal wounds, and it boils down to Edmund being caught at a disadvantage. Fernand quickly swoops in to finish him off, but it is revealed that Edmund had been faking his weakness and stabs Fernand straight through the chest, with Fernand making a remark about the whereabouts of Edmund's mercy. After all is said and done, Edmund groups up his friends and family to embrace them, pondering on about what life has in store for them after this happy outcome. If you have already watched the movie like I have, then you would have noticed that a few particular scenes stood out during the movie. They are the scenes where Fernand gives Edmund a chess king piece and tells him it's for the memories of better times. But in the end, when Edmund had fooled Fernand, he leaves the chess king piece where Fernand's money was supposed to be. In a perspective of formalism, I can appreciate the effort that the author or writer of this particular scene had made with this action, as it shows a sense of ambiguity in his work on how nuances should be dealt with, and the king chess piece was a form of you reap what you sow, using imagery to develop that symbolism. Overall, my reader, or should I say viewer, response criticism of this is that it has been very positive, as the film had been thoroughly detailed and thought out with lasting depth in each scene that would linger in your memory. It also shows the faith for God and what people experience through trials and hardship, and how everything can and will get better, as you should always trust in the Lord as well as His plans for you. Well, there you have it, folks. That's been my movie review vlog for today. Until next time.